Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm Get Good Guy. Today is pretty much just completely unscripted, to be honest with you, as it's kind of just a follow on from yesterday's video because some information has come to light regarding the latest update, which is going live today. It probably is live by the time you're watching this. And this little video is necessary today because I don't want to be misleading people, and to be honest, I didn't really understand what was going on, along with everybody else seemingly, because the new tank that was advertised with this update, the Sturmgeschütz IV, I believe it's called, something along those lines. We're going to call it the Stug from now on anyway. Well, it's not actually available until week 5 of the Tides of War that we're currently in, and right now it's week 2, by the way, about to head into week 3 in a couple of days. So that new tank that's been splashed all across the marketing everywhere, we can't actually use it for at least 2 weeks, if all goes to plan. This came as a surprise to me, to be honest with you, and seemingly a lot of the other creators talking about it didn't realize this anyway, and I think a lot of the community now finding out are pretty surprised, and I didn't want you to see my video or the other videos and then get to the update being live and going, oh, no tank. I thought it said we could get it from the weekly rewards. Oh, well, actually we can, but not yet. It's a whole confusion, and it's not really been very well communicated, to be honest with you. The information is kind of out there, but it's just not clear enough. It's that same old problem, unfortunately. The information isn't clear and available, and certainly not if you don't read the patch notes. If you just look at the overall marketing, it just looks like we're getting a tank, and we're not. At least not straight away, and not as simply as that. It's kind of inadvertently getting people hyped up, and then they just don't get what they all thought they were getting. What turned me onto this was a tweet reply from Jacob Ashmal, who I reference all the time. He's full of information on Twitter, thankfully. He put, "The new tank is planned for Tides of War week 5. We are currently in week 2, as you can see there, basically confirming we're not getting it for about 2 weeks, which is a real shame. And the confusion lies in that in a lot of the patch notes that we covered, the tank was talked about, but not in great length about when it was available, apart from up near the top where it says, and I'll highlight the correct bit, unlock the Sturmgeschütz IV by completing the weekly challenge of the 3rd chapter event of chapter 2 Lightning Strikes. Now, if you thought I knew what that meant being a Battlefield content creator, you'd be wrong. Maybe some of you are aware how this overly convoluted system works with the Tides of War, but apparently I didn't, because to me, I thought that meant 3rd week, because I don't see why the events are split into weeks of 2s and 1s. I'll show you here on screen, and actually these little markers at the bottom show which event you're in for each chapter, which just seems strange. I don't know why, because the weeks follow on from each other, but basically the 3rd event is week 5 for some reason. That's that's how it is. Like I say, maybe some of you guys understood, but seemingly barely anyone gets that or why it's like that. Yeah, week 5, 3rd event. So that's when the tank is available, and nobody really knew this. So I did kind of wonder when I checked the events, because I did check the event before posting the video, and I thought maybe they just made another error and these things were going to be changed afterwards, so the headgear was going to actually be the tank, and I don't know, man. There's a lot of confusion, and I think there's now constant doubt whenever I make anything, because I don't know if DICE have screwed it up or will change it, and that's unfortunate. You know, that's not the individual dev's fault, but as a collective, nothing's very clear, and we just keep running into this. So sorry if I gave you the wrong impression yesterday. If any other content creators did, I'm sure they didn't mean to. I just hope this all becomes a bit more clear soon, because the tank was splashed across all the marketing, and there was one little unclear bit saying when it was coming, and seemingly no one really understood it, and now we're here, and people are going to be disappointed, I think, and it's just one more problem on top of the others, when really this game is actually getting better and better in my eyes. Not in everyone's eyes, but in my eyes. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and it keeps improving, and these big updates, as I said yesterday, these big updates continue to improve Battlefield 5. So if we could get rid of this unnecessary stuff like this tank issue, it'd be great. We keep heading in the right direction, the game hopefully keeps getting better, hopefully the Battle Royale mode brings a lot more attention to it, etc, etc. Let's just hope for the best. But now you know, no tank for a couple weeks. That sucks, but what can you do? If we just knew that clearly from the outset, and maybe if the tank wasn't the main focus of the patch dropping today, which seems like a really odd decision now, this might have been alright. But regardless, that's your update for today. Sorry if this is kind of rambly, I'm just going off the top of the head, but I hope that helps some of you out. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join my Discord server in the description and my pinned comment. Here's the board of awesome for the epic people who support the channel on Patreon. They're all absolute heroes and love them all deeply and, of course, very, very often. And with that all said, I'm Get Good Guy, and I'll see you, hopefully with better news, next time. Laters.